Good morning everybody and welcome to the part 2 of Read and Write Decimals as Fractions. So yesterday you started to explore the relationship between fractions and decimals and the equivalent fraction to a decimal. Okay, so just as a quick starter, you did this yesterday. Can you look at the 100 square, decide what fraction and what decimal it represents and how you know, and then pause the video, have a go, come back for the lesson. You did this yesterday. You know what you've got to do. Off you go. So hopefully you managed to have a go. Let's go through together. So I can see that I've got 2 rows of 10, and I know that 2 tens equal 20, so I know I've got 20 over 100. I know that 20 over 100 is the same as 2 over 10, which is going to give me the decimal 0.2. Let's see if you can do it again for this one. Here, this is a pink one this time. What fraction and decimal does this represent? So how many chunks of pink have you got? Put that over 100 and then work out what the decimal is going to be. Hopefully you managed to have a go. So I can see I've got 2 rows of 10, which means I've got 20 plus another 2. So I have got 22 over 100. I know from yesterday that if I was to draw my place value grid, I can't have anything in the thousandths column if I've got hundredths. So I know I'm going to have 0.22 as my decimal. Again, go and have a go at this one. There's 3 here for you to have a go at. See if you can. I'll do the first one and then you can have a go at the second 2. So on my first square here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines coloured in, which I know is 40 over 100. I know from yesterday that that is 4 over 10. And I also know that that's going to be 0.4 or 0.40. It doesn't matter if you have that placeholder in the end. See if you can now go and do the second 2 questions. Pause the video and come back for the answers. So hopefully for the second square you managed to count 44 green pieces coloured in, which gives us 44 over 100, which is 0.44 as a decimal. And I counted that I had 4 chunks coloured in on my last square, which is 4 over 100, which gives us 0.04. So today we're going to have a look at what happens when we have wholes, so fractions greater than a whole. What happens when we then put that into a decimal, and also looking at it in its expanded form. So this is all one number, okay? I can see I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chunks coloured in out of 100. So I've got 4 holes and 4 hundredths. If I was to write this as a decimal, and I can draw my place value grid to help me. Okay, I know I've got 4 hundredths. I know I've got 4 holes, so that's going to go in the 1 column. And I can see here that I'm going to need to put in a placeholder. So I've got 4 holes because I've got 4 squares coloured in all together. I've got 4 chunks left over, so I've got 4 and 4 hundredths. I can put my 4 in my ones column, I can put my 4 hundredths in my hundredths column, and then add in my placeholder to make the number 4.04. Okay? Have a look at the next one. You pause and decide which one it is. Does this show 1 whole and 33 tenths, 1 whole and 3 hundredths, or 1 whole and 33 hundredths? Count how many holes there are, count how many chunks are left over and coloured in blue on the 100 square. Have a go and come back for the answer. So hopefully you managed to see that we have 1 whole square, which is going to give us 1. I can see here that I have 3 rows coloured in all together, which I know is 30. And then I've got 3 chunks left over. I can see that this is on 100 square, so it's going to be 33 over 100. I've got 1 whole and 33 hundredths. See if you can pause and, like we did before, see if you can work out what that would be as a decimal. So 4 400ths was 4.04. Can you work out what 1 3300ths will be as a decimal? I'll even draw in the place value grid to help you. Pause the video and see if you can have a go. So hopefully you managed to put your 1 hole in the ones column. We know if we've got 3300ths, I can't have anything in the thousands column. So I've got 1.33 for 3300ths. Hopefully you got the same one. Let's try again together. So now, can you match the decimal numbers to the equivalent expanded fraction? So let's have a look at this one first together. I can see that I have 4 ones, because it's in the ones column. I've got 4 tenths, and I've got 6 hundredths, which matches to this one here. 4 wholes, 4 tenths, 6 hundredths. Can you have a go at number 2 there? We have 4 ones, we have 6 tenths, and we have 4... Oh, I dropped my glasses. Knocked them right off my face. Let me try that again. We have 4 ones, 6 tenths, and 4 hundredths. Can you see which one that matches with? Have a quick look. Hopefully you picked this one at the top here. I've got 4 ones, 6 tenths, and 4 hundredths. Try now for the last one. You've got 4.66. There's only one left. What do I mean, try for the last one? There's only one left. There's only one answer. Sorry, everybody. So we've got, let's just check it though. We've got 4 ones. Yep. We've got 6 tenths. Yep. And we've got 6 hundredths. Yes, we do. Lovely. Right, let's have a look at the next one then. Can you spot the odd one out? So I'm going to say that we should put them all as a decimal to help us. Let's do that as a decimal. The first one over here is 9.27. That's already done. I can see from doing my place value before, I know how to make this. I've got 9 plus 0.2 plus 0.07. So I've got 9.27. We know from yesterday that 9 and earlier on today, 9 and 27 hundredths is going to be 9.27. And for this one, we've got 9 wholes, 2 hundredths and 7 hundredths. Now this one's different because we don't have any tenths. And in order to have 9.27, we need to have some tenths. So this one actually shows us 9.09. And I'm sure you can see straight away that this top one over here is the odd one out because the others have 27 hundredths and this one has 9 hundredths. Let's have a look at the next question together. Malcolm thinks he can write the following decimal in at least 4 different ways. 7.63. Prove it. Off you go then, you have a go. Looking at what we've done before today and what we did yesterday, how many different ways can you think to write that number? Have a think and then come back and I'll share some of my ideas. Lovely. Well, these are some ideas that I came up with. 7 and 63 hundredths, 7 plus 0.6 plus 0.03, and 7 plus 6 tenths and 3 hundredths. I'm sure you managed to come up with the same, if not some different ways too. So now it's time for you to go and have a go at the do's, thinks and explores, using the knowledge from today and yesterday to complete them.